I just got done watching Sonic Prime Season 2, and oh my god, is it a big improvement over Season 1. Now, I didn't hate Season 1. I thought Season 1 was sick. I thought it was a really good Sonic show, and I liked it because it was different. But for some reason, Season 2 has just completely blown that out of the water. It was so good. If you haven't watched it already, what are you doing? Watch it. But this video is just going to be overall like my thoughts, opinions, what stuff could have been better, even though I do right now. I think it's the best Sonic show. It's so good. Straight away, Shadow. Shadow, cool character, very happy that he was in it and that he got involved, but he wasn't really there a lot. He was there in the first episode pretty much the entire time. Not there like at all, like for a couple episodes you'd see him, but he didn't really do much. There was that one time where he attacked the egg drone when they were flying through the void. By the way, this is going to be a spoilers video. If you haven't clocked already, this will be spoilers because, you know, I'm going to talk about the series. So if you haven't seen it already, go watch the whole series and then come back here. This is a spoiler review. Anyways, yeah, there's that time where like he destroyed the egg drone a little bit. He kind of knocked out some of their engines. But I was very happy at the final episode when Sonic and Shadow were fighting alongside each other. Oh, so good. The final battle of the show, by the way, absolutely mental. A giant Eggman. A huge Eggman. Now, I don't know if this is some sort of thing where this is where Eggman went. And it turns out they were all variants of Eggman. And the real Eggman was just that huge, massive, giant creature, hologram thingy, whatever you want to call it. But Super Sonic, technically, I don't know what you want to call him, but the Sonic where he harnesses the power of the Paradox Prism is one of the coolest Sonic designs ever that we've seen, like, in ages. He looks so good like that. Something else that I liked about the last episode was the fact that there were so many potential moments where it could have been a cliffhanger. It kept you guessing, because it's obvious this show likes to end on cliffhangers, as it did, which I will get onto the cliffhanger in a moment. But it likes to end on cliffhangers, and there were so many moments where watching this is where it's going to end. When the giant Eggman hologram popped up, I thought, this is it, it's over, this is where the episode's going to end. And then when Sonic harnessed the power of the Paradox Prisms all together and managed to get into like that super form, I thought, this is where it's going to end. Him fighting Eggman, I thought it was going to end. And that's something good, because it kept me on my feet, it kept me guessing, it was really good. Now the characters. Characterization, whatever you want to call it. All of the characters, in my opinion, great. Sonic, still just like normal. Oh, he wants to save all of his friends. He wants to do the right thing. Something I found very different. 9. He is insanely different. At the very start, he was like, oh yeah, we're really nice. I'm going to work with you, Sonic, and help you to get all of these back. He was not doing that to help Sonic. He was doing it for himself. Which, by the way, the cliffhanger, absolutely mental. I don't know. I couldn't have ever guessed that. If you put me in a room and gave me 10,000 years and said, guess the Sonic Prime Season 2 cliffhanger, I would never guess that it was 9 stealing all of the Paradox Prism charms to go and make like his own universe. I genuinely never would have thought of that. Shadow, for the little time that he was on screen, it was sick. It was weird to see him and 9 kind of in the same proximity as each other. It was weird. I wasn't expecting him to see any variants at all, but he did. Something I liked is that they gave each character at least one scene where they saw a variant of themselves. Amy, they managed to see all variants. All 3 variants were in the same world at some point. They managed to get a scene where Knuckles, when they gave him the chance to interact with his, it was Renegade Knuckles and Knuckles the Dread, and they were just kind of with each other. That was quite sick. I've just realised now Rouge didn't get to see any of her variants, so I don't know what they were doing about that. She didn't get to see any. And then obviously 9 got to see Sails and Mangy. He got to see all 3 of his variants as well, and they all just looked shocked and confused at each other. Just kind of the fact that they couldn't believe it, but I don't blame them. If a clone of yourself was standing right there, but he was kind of like different, like he had a pirate outfit on, I think you'd be quite shocked as well. I feel like Knuckles the Dread was written perfectly because he was so annoying. He was insanely annoying. I don't know what it was, but I hated him in that show. Especially the second Sonic turns around to get the shard and he's like, yeah, well, I'm just going to say that this guy betrayed us. And he completely lies to everyone. They all start attacking him. But he was written so annoyingly, and he follows Sonic around. He followed him into a different dimension. I knew something was going down when that happened. Something I liked is that when Rusty Rose switched teams, she didn't switch teams because 9 programmed her to. She switched teams because the Chaos Council just decided to ditch her. It just left her, and that's what made her switch teams instead of 9. I don't know, it made it feel like she had more of a personality, even though it's a robot. It was a robot. It made her feel more like real, like actual, like there was a bit of Amy in there. You know what I mean? The humour in the show as well, it was actually good. It was humour that wasn't like trying to be kind of, hey, look at us millennials, we know all the things that you like, ha lol. But there were also a few that were like, you know, older people could like find them funny. I'm not talking about like weird like sexual jokes. It wasn't stuff like that. It was just kind of stuff that you looked over in like background and stuff and thought, oh, huh, that's kind of funny. They pulled 2 references They decided to reference Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Adventure. I don't know what it is with the Sonic team, but they love to put Sonic doing the Sonic Adventure pose in everything now. And I am not complaining whatsoever. Please continue Sonic doing the Sonic Adventure pose. That was I'm completely fine with that. Now something at Norsarag2284, I don't know if I've pronounced that terribly, pointed out in my comments section. 9 is the only character that points the fact out that once Sonic fixes all of this, he's just going to cease to exist. He's like the only person that realises it. And if you notice, he's the only other one of the variants that is kind of like, hold on, I don't really want you to do this. All the others are like, yeah, go for it. He's the only one that clocks, oh, when this happens, I'm not going to exist anymore. And he's the one that's all of a sudden going to be the big bad villain in Sonic Prime Season 3. Now saying that, I don't mean that the Egg Council, the Chaos Council, whatever you want to call them, isn't going to be the villains in Season 3. They 100% will. But I just feel like 9's going to be some sort of added on extra villain that Sonic also has to fight along the way because he keeps taking the shards. Now 9's character, I have already talked about him. I knew that he was kind of, they haven't really changed him too much. I know I said they changed him loads, but they've kind of changed him a bit. I mean, a couple people could definitely see it coming. I knew he was going to do something strange. He seemed a bit off in the last episode. I don't know why, but the constant cuts to him messing around with the shards, it just made me feel like something weird was going to go down. I was not expecting him to just say he's going to create his own universe. I thought he was going to do something completely wrong, like place them in the wrong place on purpose. But something I pointed out, and I haven't heard people say, so I don't know if I'm just being a complete idiot by this, is when they come back for a couple seconds, you know, the reality comes back and everyone's kind of there and they're like, what the hell's going on? There's people who like Tails. Tails came back, Tails was there, but 9 was still up there doing his thing. So is it something that like, oh, because they're in this universe, that means they don't switch and there's some sort of clone? Or does it mean that the 9 that was taken out of Tails is not there when Tails comes back? I don't know. Metal Sonic. Oh my god. Metal Sonic was an insanely cool character. It was so good because it made Sonic realise that he's kind of annoying. Now, not to the people watching, but to everyone else. It made him realise how, like, annoying he is to himself, and I love that. The scenes with him were sick. He was so silly and goofy, and I love it. The Chaos Council as well, I don't know why, but they were really cool. I know people say that they're like, people don't like them together for some reason, but I genuinely think the Chaos Council were sick. I think every single one of them was cool. The flashbacks in the show as well. I liked them because they didn't make them, you know, the main plot point is look at these flashbacks. But they just put in like an occasional one or two. And the flashbacks in the last season, I didn't even hate them. But apparently a lot of people found them a bit annoying and unnecessary. I don't know. I think they were still quite cool, and it was quite cool to see this time as well. Also, if I had to choose a favourite Chaos Council member, it would be the Eggman person with the blue hair and the blue mustache, him doing his yoga. That was pretty funny. I kind of liked that. I liked him in the show. He was very good. Rusty Rose and the Pirate Amy, I've completely forgot their names. Their dynamic was really cool to see as well. I liked it that they like immediately became friends because, you know, they're the same person. But overall, Season 2, huge improvement over Season 1, and I thought Season 1 was already making it like the perfect Sonic show. Season 2, my opinion, 10 out of 10. It was so good. And I literally loved like every second of it, and I cannot wait for Season 3, even though it's probably going to be another year. But I cannot wait, I'm so excited. This show was so good. If you haven't watched it yet, then you've just spoiled the show for yourself by watching this review. But you should still watch it anyway, because it's really good. Thank you all for watching this video. Subscribe and like, because I'm going to do other Sonic news videos now that Sonic Prime's technically over and done with. I'll see you in a little bit, alright? Goodbye.